Salutare, dragilor! Sunt Mădălina Boroneanț și este o deosebită plăcere să ne revedem din nou, doar că într-un cadru cu totul și cu totul special. Ne aflăm la Filarmonica din Arad, unde cultura este la loc de cinste și unde ne dorim, de fapt, să fie oriunde ne-am afla. În această săptămână am invitați cu totul și cu totul deosebiți, pentru că ne onorează cu prezența lor tocmai din Marea Britanie și o să vă spun că este vorba despre un masterclass deosebit care se desfășoară zilele acestea în orașul nostru. Iar pentru început aș dori să discut cu directorul artistic al claselor de master pian din Marea Britanie. Este vorba despre distinsa doamnă Norma, care este chiar aici aproape de mine și cu care am deosebită plăcere să discut astăzi. Mă bucur tare mult că sunteți astăzi prezent alături de noi și aș vrea să vă întreb când a început această pasiune deosebită pentru artă.
Well, I started playing when I was about 3 or 4 years old, and I was a natural performer, so I played a lot and loved to play for the public, but I don't think I ever thought about a career. And it was only when the critics and the public and newspapers started to write about me that I thought, yes, maybe career. But in fact, when I went to school, I was 11 years old, a new school, and we were all asked, what do you want to do when you're older? And I stood straight up and said, I'm going to be a concert pianist. I didn't even know what that meant. But that's how my career started.
Vă mai aduceți aminte care a fost prima apariție pe scenă?
Well, I mean, I was playing from the time I was small. I played concerts all the time. So, do you mean an important concert, or is that what you mean? But I gave my official debut concert in London at the Wigmore Hall, which is the most important recital venue in London, at 15.
Ce persoană din viața dumneavoastră a avut un rol deosebit și v-a marcat continuitatea în acest frumos drum pe care l-ați ales?
Well, I think probably the debut concert at the Wigmore Hall, but probably also my first prom at the Royal Albert Hall. Yeah, they were major happenings. And to be invited to play there obviously is important, and it was a great, great thrill, and one of those unforgettable moments.
Cum vă simțiți să împărtășiți experiența dumneavoastră cu tinerii care sunt pasionați de artă?
I want to do that. I have always, now I'm getting older, so, or I am old, let's put it that way. Now, of course, I want to feel I leave a legacy, but even when I was younger, I loved to teach because I love to share. We as performers, whatever we do, we're sharing. When we perform for the public, we're sharing. And to be able to share with the younger generation who are going to go on to do what we do, there's no greater joy, of course.
Sunteți de câteva zile în orașul nostru, în Arad, și voiam să vă întreb cum priviți această experiență și cum vă simțiți aici la noi acasă?
I actually came about a month ago just to check because I had never been here before and I was not quite sure, where I was going to. So I came and I was so impressed. Beautiful city, lovely, friendly people, magnificent Philharmonic Hall.
Care a fost și este cel mai mare vis al dumneavoastră?
I suppose I'm thinking now about the next generation. So I have a huge family. I have my grandchildren, my children, my grandchildren, but also all of my students become a part of my family. I'm the mother to the whole world, And so the idea that whatever I have to contribute goes on, continues on, particularly, of course, at the piano, is the greatest dream.
Este o deosebită plăcere să vă avem alături de noi și sperăm că este doar începutul și că de acum înainte veți mai veni cât de des se poate aici în Arad. Vă mulțumesc tare mult că ați fost astăzi prezent alături de mine și vă dorim multă sănătate și mult succes pentru a ne bucura.
Thank you. Lovely to meet you and my great pleasure.
Continuăm emisiunea noastră și, cum v-am spus mai devreme, vom avea invitați cu totul și cu totul deosebiți. De această dată, alături de mine este Elena Piccione, una dintre cele mai iubite pianiste, putem să spunem ale lumii, care vine tocmai din Italia și care este una dintre coordonatoarele acestui masterclass în Arad. Bun venit în Arad, este o bucurie să te avem alături de noi și pentru prima întrebare a acestui interviu, aș vrea să aflu când ai început cariera aceasta.
I've always simply thought about music and doing something good with music and become a better musician. And I've started to learn piano quite early, when I was 7, although I wanted to start it before, when I was 5. And that everything started by watching Walt Disney's film, The Aristocats, and I wanted to start with trumpet, actually, not with piano. So a couple of years later, I entered the academy, I started with piano, and from the moment I started with piano, I've never given up, and I wanted to play all day long, and that was the only thing I was thinking about music. I was living in this beautiful world of music and whatever was connected to it. And usually when you talk about a career, the career starts with some competitions or some concert. So I would say, well, my first piano recital was when I was 12. But again, I was not even thinking about the career. And even now, I'm not thinking about the career. I'm thinking more in terms of musical journey and life journey. And I think about what making music means, about what being a musician means. And I wonder myself, why are you doing this? Why are you playing? Why are you living your life through music? What do you want to do? So perhaps, if coming back to the word career, perhaps it started when I understood what making music and what being a musician meant for me. When I answered the question I had posed to myself, why? And I posed it to myself several times. Why are you doing this? Because you like music. Why you like music? Why? And by asking yourself why, many times you find out your true purpose. And sometimes you don't have only one answer, you have many answers.
Această iubire pentru artă a impus și foarte multe sacrificii pe care de multe ori oamenii, publicul, nu le observă și nu le știe. Care au fost cele mai mari provocări?
Whatever you do is not really a sacrifice. Even the hardest challenges you may go through are not sacrifices. From an external point of view, one may think, okay, many hours of practice every day. Your social life is not that great. The levels of stress sometimes are not very healthy. In the beginning, as you spend so many hours sitting at the piano, it's not a healthy lifestyle because it's a fixed position, and unless you balance it with something else, you're going to have back pain, and it's not a very healthy lifestyle. And also, as you practice so much, also you go to school, you don't really have time left for other activities. Well, in theory, perhaps yes, but you don't have the mental energy, especially when you're very young and you're not disciplined yet. You don't have that mental strength to manage your time in a very efficient way. But that's from an external perspective. When you are in it, if you love what you're doing, nothing is really sacrificed. I remember even playing with children. I prefer playing with the piano playing the piano than playing with other children. I would perhaps enjoy playing with other children for half an hour, but then I was looking forward to come back to my piano and also come back to books, thoughts, my fantasy world. Because as a musician, when you perform, when you practice also, you are kind of projected into a parallel dimension, which is ideal despite all your efforts and struggles and practice. Doesn't come easy, you must work hard. But still, you're in this ideal dimension. And sometimes when you look around yourself, especially when you grow up, you don't see an ideal world. So you tend to want to practice even more. That's of course a tendency that you must contrast, you must balance when you grow up, otherwise you won't be a balanced individual. It's very important to be a balanced individual as a musician as well. So.
Ce îți dorești să transmiți cel mai mult prin acest drum pe care l-ai ales, prin a cânta la pian?
And even before playing, you must enter that state of mind in which you simply disappear, but you become a filter for the music you are playing.
Cum a simțit în această perioadă aradenii, cei care au venit la masterclass-ul susținut de către dumneavoastră?
Well, we have two exceptional musicians. We have Elena Piccione, who is a worldwide renowned opera star. We have Norma, who you interviewed before, who is an exceptional pianist and very dedicated pedagogue that is loved by all her students. And both are professors of London Masterclasses, which is an institution, a British institution, which has been offering opportunities to young talents for over 30 years. And so we are truly honored to host London Masterclasses here in Arad. So, and of course, we are very privileged, we feel very privileged to experience the great amount of dedication and talent of young people. And it's amazing to see, it's amazing to experience the artistic exchange between professors and students and see their mutual reactions. Because when you are a young student, you go to a master class, you go with your repertoire, and of course you want to master the repertoire, and you go to a great musician because you want to achieve great results. Yeah, you want also perhaps to win competitions, to have a great career, yes, all that. But I think there is a very important aspect, which is the human aspect as well, because great musicians, they not only have great careers, but they have great life experience. And as they have great life experience, they are great musicians. And so when students go to musicians of this high caliber, what they get is not only musical experience, but life experience as well. And they can get that even if the professor, the musician, is silent. Only by the presence, they can get so much from a glance, from their body language, from the silence, because some silences are truly eloquent. They can say tons of words, certain type of glance at the very right moment. It can change your life forever. Maybe not in that moment, you do not realize that because you are too much into music. You think, okay, how have I played? Have I impressed the teacher? Oh my God, I played that wrong note. Oh, who knows what the professor is thinking? But they don't really think about that, about the wrong note. Nobody cares. It's more about an exchange of, of course, musical exchange, existential exchange as well. I think it's, going to masterclass is a very informative experience for students of all ages, even when they are at different stages of their education path. When they are 15, they go to the masterclass for a certain reason, and what they can get is a certain type of experience. But when they go and they are perhaps in their early 30s or in their late 20s, the type of experience they get is completely different. The type, perhaps, also of depth of message they get is completely different. It's part of their maturity process.
Cu siguranță cei care au fost prezenți au avut foarte multe de învățat din experiența dumneavoastră și pentru noi este o mare bucurie că se întâmplă în orașul nostru lucruri atât de importante pe partea culturală. Vă mulțumesc tare mult că ați acceptat invitația mea, a fost o deosebită plăcere și, așa cum spuneam și mai devreme, oricând în Arad aveți brațele noastre deschise.
Well, we are very happy to be here because nothing would have been possible without the support of the local community, without the support of the local administration, of Primaria Municipiului. With the support of Philharmonica Arad, with the support of London masterclasses, with the support of Casa Pianului Jacques, which hosted a wonderful concert yesterday, and which I invite everyone to visit. With the support of Art in Conversation, which is an organization that deals with intercultural exchanges between the Romanian communities, the Romanian community, and every other nation of the world. Through which, by the way, through which the whole journey in Arad started. Because the president of our conversation is Kalim Kuma, who is the honorary consul of Romania in Hampshire, in the UK, and he opened the door for Arad, this masterclass, because he's also a composer, apart from not only a diplomat, but also a composer, and he got his works performed here in Arad, by the Arad Philharmonic. And so he opened this door, and we thought, why not doing something in Arad? And when we came here for the first time, we thought, this city has great potential, so let's do something. And also, it's a great way to attract people from all over the world. This year we had students coming from Hong Kong, all over Europe, Israel. So they come and they see Arad, and Arad is brought on the international scene. And also it's a way to raise awareness about the potential of the city, the potential of the musical infrastructures of the city. For instance, we had the support of the Liceu, Colegiul de Arte Săpintrăpoi. They provided us with practice rooms. They have excellent pianos there, and they provided us with a beautiful sala festiva. We opened the concert. We did the first class concert there, and we were welcomed, and I think it's a way to raise awareness about the potential of local infrastructures and to see what can be improved as well. What can be improved. For instance, if I imagine Colegiul de Arte, let's imagine I am a sponsor. And I come in Arad, I go to Colegiul de Arte. The first thing I do is I will buy 5 grand pianos. Because students need to practice. They need to practice on high quality instruments. Those they have, they are very good. They can have even more pianos. Pianos everywhere, in every school. And I think that people, society in general, is not yet aware of the great power music has, power of change music has. It's not only about playing notes and entertaining the audience. It's much more than that, because through music you can reinforce the relationship between society, the civilian society, and the institutions as well. We can reinforce this bond, we can reinforce this trust.
Eu sper că acest interviu este urmărit de cine trebuie și că după cele spuse de către dumneavoastră vom vedea anumite schimbări de care, cum spuneați, avem foarte mare nevoie, în special cei care practică această frumoasă artă. Vă mulțumesc!